My summer car has a plethora of jobs to offer. Sorry for the foul language. Some of which are very stressful, others are rather enjoyable, and some are just flat out pointless. With my winter car around the corner and my summer car no longer receiving game-changing updates, now is a better time than ever to rank every job available in the game based on 3 factors: time it takes to complete it, enjoyability, and pay. Obviously, no ranking video is complete without help from Tiermaker. Our 5 ranks are Nirvana, which is very enjoyable, I guess this is fine, meaning I guess this is fine, starting to get a little stressful, which, you guessed it, means it's starting to get a little stressful. I need a cigarette, and I want to hang out with Mr. Alcohol. So, without further ado, let's get started with our first job. Strawberry picking actually might be the worst job here, but why? Well, it takes a shit ton of time to complete one box. Like, it takes 10 to 15 real life minutes to fill just one. The whole time, you're just spamming F over and over again and dodging that pesky little wasp, that singular little wasp. That's it, there's nothing else to describe. After the 50 minutes of agony, you complete your box and collect your pay, which is 40 fucking marks. 40 marks. Yeah, this job is immediately going in the I want to hang out with Mr. Alcohol tier. A stark contrast to the previous job, this job is actually rather enjoyable. You drive the Gifu around town and suck shit from people's holes. It's pretty simple to do as well. Pull up to their house, put the pipe in the well, turn the vacuum on, and boom, you're done. Pumping septic tanks pays very good as well. You get 1200 marks per tank, but emptying the tank costs around 1300 marks, and filling up the truck with diesel costs around 800, so you only take home around 2700 per 4 tanks. So I guess the pay isn't that good really, and for that reason this job is going in the I guess this is fine tier. Channeling our inner Breaking Bad, selling Kiryu is a great way to make money, that is, if you want to break the law. It's relatively cheap to do. You buy some supplies from Tamo, put them in a bucket, wait a couple days, and bottle it up to sell. It's pretty enjoyable and it takes less time to do than many of the other jobs, but selling, however, is the difficult part. Selling used to be so easy, as you would just place the bottles on his table, take the money, and leave. But a while ago, a change was implemented, and this change required you to drink some of the Kiryu you put on his table, losing profits, and becoming drunk in the process. On top of your piss meter skyrocketing, not selling too much to the point where you pass out, and losing money, you also have to drive home drunk, which obviously isn't ideal. Selling Kiryu used to be worthy of being placed in the Nirvana tier, but now it's simply just in the starting to get a little stressful tier. Selling firewood is the best job in the game. Put some music on, back up your tractor, and get to chopping. Chopping the logs does take a while, but it's rather relaxing and decreases your stress meter, which saves money on cigarettes. Once loaded into the trailer, you get to experience a calming, tranquil drive to Levaloinen's, where you give him your load for 3,200 marks. This is easily the most enjoyable job, and if done early in the morning or at sunset, it becomes even better. 10 out of 10, straight to Nirvana tier. Much like the strawberry job, this one doesn't require much explaining. This job, that I've never done in all of my 900 hours of playtime by the way, takes so long to do. Take your tractor around the whole fucking map, load hay bales into your trailer, drop them off, go back to get the rest, and drop them off again in the slowest vehicle. Going to the most difficult places with a glitchy fork and loader arm. Hell no. Arguably the least enjoyable job, it doesn't give much compensation either. Only 3,500 marks. It's just simply not worth it. Really, it's not. I want to hang out with Mr. Alcohol. This job, in my opinion, is pretty nice. You've been asked by Mr. Alcohol himself to help him move into his new apartment after he fell out with his wife. Pulling up to his house reveals an abundance of furniture, and this fat ass couldn't be bothered to move any, claiming he threw out his back. Yeah, shut the fuck up, man. With just the van and the furniture you questionably placed within it, the job only takes 2 trips back and forth to complete, and depending on how fast you complete it, you can get some pretty good pay, usually around 5,000 to 6,000 marks. I honestly kind of enjoy this job. It sort of gives off this cozy/homey vibe, and it just makes you feel better for helping Mr. Alcohol live his best life, so I'm putting this in the Nirvana tier. Hauling wrecked cars is a great job to do at the start of any save. On the way to town with a tractor, you can easily attach a wrecked car, haul it to Fleetars, and pick up some good money. In total, all of the wrecked cars can bring you home 10,900 marks, making this a great way to efficiently make some cash. Driving the tractor can get very boring though, and all the round trips eat up a lot of fuel, so that deducts some points of enjoyability. Nevertheless, this job is still very solid, so it belongs in the I guess this is fine tier. Now, while this technically isn't a job, it does rather bring in a hefty amount of cash if you get lucky. It doesn't take much time to do, but you have to stay up until 2 in the morning to make sure you don't get caught. You also have to destroy some property in the process, and once that's done, it takes a good amount of trial and error to get the machine itself out of the building. Once that's done, you can bring it home, and by using a screwdriver to pry open the back, you can collect your cash. This cash is randomly generated, ranging from 1,200 marks all the way to 11,000, meaning that if you're really unlucky, you won't even have enough money to cover the cost of repairing Tamo's window. I need a cigarette. Grandma will periodically ask the player to bring her either fish from the lake or sugar, sausages, and milk from Tamo's. It seems easy enough, and that's because it quite frankly is. Once you deliver the food to her, she'll talk to you for maybe 10 to 15 minutes before paying you a decent amount of cash, usually nothing above 1,000 marks unless you're delivering her pike, for which she pays a lot. Overall, an easy job, nothing too crazy in terms of pay, and you get to spend quality time with Circa, so this belongs in the I guess this is fine tier. Last and certainly least, we have delivering Tamo's adverts. Now, the most recent update made it so that Tamo's adverts are a required job to do, that is if you don't want his prices to rise through the roof and beyond into the stratosphere. Delivering the ads is kind of fun in my opinion, and a great thing to do to kill time on a Friday. All it takes is just one round trip around the dirt road, delivering an advert to every mailbox along the way, including the ones in town. He pays a so-so amount for it, 700 marks in total, which isn't the best, but to be honest, you barely did any work. This job will easily go into starting to get a little stressful tier, not necessarily because it is stressful, but just because it's so fucking mid.